Hi, this is your midweek message. I'm standing here in Stoke Park. I don't know whether you've been here recently, but Stoke Park has, over the recent months, had some amazing pieces of art produced by a guy with a chainsaw, no less. And this is one of my favourites here. There's about 5 here, but this is an eagle. And I walked past him a few months ago, and he was shaping and he was chipping and carving out this amazing eagle, and it got me thinking, wow, God is like the artist, God is like the creator, God is like the craftsman. And we know that from various bits of scripture, don't we, in the Bible. Right at the beginning in Genesis, we have God who forms Adam and Eve, who shapes them in his image. And then in Jeremiah 18 we have God as described as the potter, and we are the clay, yielded to him as he shapes and forms the vase or whatever he's creating. And then finally, an image is a little bit different, but you'll remember in John chapter 15 where Jesus describes God as the gardener, and who prunes, who chips away, who cuts off, much like the sculptor who prunes and shapes the vine. Whenever I think about sculpting, I always think of the story, maybe apocryphal, of Michelangelo, the amazing sculptor. And in the story has it that as he's confronted with a vast piece of granite, people ask, well, what are you doing? How do you do this? How are you? What's your process? And he says, I chip away everything that doesn't look like David, and I set him free. I chip away everything that doesn't look like David, and I set him free. Isn't that an amazing thought and idea? I love that. God, in the same way, he sees what is trapped inside, and he chips away, piece by piece, slowly liberating, setting free the masterpiece within. The masterpiece that the creation that he has already perceived before the beginning of time, but is hidden within the marble. Do you get the illustration? He takes that chisel and he lovingly forms us. It's called our spiritual formation, chipping away those parts of us that do not resemble the image of Christ. Those parts of us, perhaps, that keep us trapped, those parts that we don't like about ourselves, but also those parts that we do like about ourselves. And that process, as we all know, can be quite painful. So that's God's part, the Creator's part. What is our part? If we're the wood, what do we need to do? I suppose we need to yield to him. We need to yield to him and trust him. I'm not sure he does it if we don't want him to. But if we yield to him and say, Lord, would you form us? Would you shape us? Would you create us? Then he will do that lovingly, gently, kindly, sometimes painfully, but always with a view of the image within, which is the image of Christ for the benefit of others. That's our midweek message. Come up to Stoke Park and have a look at these amazing pieces of sculpture. They're stunning, and no doubt we'll see you at the weekend, if not before. Bye.